Hi, my name is Erin. I'm going to talk about autism and vaccinations for my informational speech. The first thing that you need to know about autism is that autism is a spectrum disorder, and autism is both general terms for a group of complex disorders of brain development. These disorders are characterized in varying degrees by difficulty in social interaction, verbal and nonverbal communication, and repetitive behaviors. How common is autism, though? Autism is a statistic that the U.S. Centers for Disease Control and Prevention identify as around 1 in 68 American children are actually diagnosed with autism. Studies also show that autism is way more prominent in boys than it is girls. Actually, 4 in 5 people diagnosed with autism are going to be male. So what causes autism? A lot of people have varying opinions on what causes autism. Almost every medical professional will tell you that there is no known cause for autism, but autism spectrum disorder has no single known cause, according to the Mayo Clinic. Given the complexity of this disorder, the fact that the symptoms are severely vary, there are probably many causes, both genetic and environmental play a role. The advanced research, some people do believe that the MMR vaccination is linked to autism. What is the MMR vaccination? The MMR vaccination, James states that the MMR vaccine protects against 3 dangerous illnesses, measles, mumps, and rubella, and it is required in most countries before attending public school. A lot of times when you get this, it's a childhood vaccination, and you're going to be around 2 to 3 years of age. The reason people believe that the MMR vaccine causes autism is that because a man who was a doctor at the time, is no longer a doctor, published an article in the Lancet Medical magazine, and he said that he had done research saying that the MMR vaccine had caused autism, but since then we have figured out that he made up a lot of these statistics and facts in control groups. The reason people still believe this today, though, is because people like Jenny McCarthy on The View, she has a son with autism, but she advocates for a lot of this, and she talks about it on The View, and with a position of such power in the media, she advertises this a lot, and people believe this a lot more than they believe facts, because facts are a lot harder to find. Donald Trump is another person who advocates for this. He tweets about it a lot, and a lot of his Twitter rants are about the doctor-inflicted autism, and this is just spreading even more that the MMR vaccine causes autism. Although a lot of people believe this, they have not been able to quite prove that the MMR vaccine is causing autism, but there's still many people who do believe this. A lot of these people are mothers who swear their child was completely fine until they received the MMR vaccine at around 2 or 3, but 2 or 3 is also the time where autism starts to show in kids. Researchers have also found that genetics and environment play a large part in what causes autism, although there is no official "this is what causes autism." Genetics is proving to play an even greater part in the cause of autism than ever before. According to the New England Journal of Medicine, researchers focused their attention on families with only 1 child with autism and compared their genomes to those that are unaffected siblings and parents. The autistic children had differences in the amount of DNA in certain portions of their genome, and that is Time magazine. Consequences of not vaccinating your child, there's a lot of them. So in the UK, they had stopped making vaccines mandatory, and there were actually 69 deaths from not getting the MMR vaccine. There are a lot of other consequences as well. For here in America, although it's not required, or it is required to have the MMR vaccine, not vaccinating your child, they cannot go to public school, and it is a lot easier to spread the vaccine, or the disease that your kid might have. Other dangers, there's a lot of social dangers as well, because kids are going to be forced to be homeschooled because they're not allowed in public schools. So because of that, they're not going to be allowed to participate in sports, or art, or music, or things like that that are really important.